Hi, my name is Neil with Midwest Custom Paintball. Today we're going to do a little test. Today we will be testing a JT Spectra mask that has been patterned and painted by one of our vendors, Liquid Dimension Imaging. The question has arisen quite a few times on the forums as to whether or not this paint will actually hold up in a real-life situation. Well, at Midwest Custom Paintball we like to take things a little bit further, let's say. That's where the custom comes from. We're going to be putting a JT Spectra mask through an extreme test today. I hope and pray that you will never ever encounter such harsh environments or harsh wear and tear, let's say, in an actual paintball environment. This is an extreme test. I cannot stress that enough. I will tell you that the paint will fail in this test. Again, if you happen to encounter such a test in your real-life practices, you may want to take up new hobbies or ways of doing things. Without further ado, you don't want to see my ugly mug anymore. Tell you what, let's get to testing that mask. Have a good day. What we're testing today is the water transfer printing done by Liquid Dimension Imaging, partnered with Midwest Custom Paintball. And JT is not the most flexible mask out there, but this will prove the test anyway. You can see, still got paint there from last time it was used in gameplay. It's a JT Spectra mask. We're about to put it through the test. It's definitely a semi with a loaded trailer sitting there. Trailer all the way back, 53-footer. It's not dollied to the ground. All the weight is on the drive tires right here. She is hooked up. And there's the JT mask, which is painted by Liquid Dimension Imaging. And we're going to put her through the test. Okay, as you can see, we just ran the mask over with the semi-truck. And as you can see, there is obvious notable damage to the paint scheme on the mask. Now please bear in mind that this was done on a gravel parking lot with roughly 40,000 pounds pushing down on the mask from the truck. Crease the mask. There's your paint damage from driving over it with a semi. Now please bear in mind that these are static tests. I've never actually done these tests to these extremes before. What you have here is a visor off of a JT mask, same mask that we just ran over with a semi. Again, the damage inflicted on the mask from the semi was mainly damage from the pavement with 40,000 pounds driving over it. Obviously it was a rough surface. The paint was scratched across the surface of the mask. I don't care what kind of paint you use, that kind of damage will ensue. So don't slight the job itself, but rather the paint taken to the utmost extreme level as far as damaging the paint. Paint is visibly damaged. Again, you take anything with 40,000 pounds of down pressure and slide it against the gravel, it will damage it. I promise you that. The dexterity of the mask is ruined. See how the mask now naturally curves underneath? 40,000 pounds of downforce. The visor has not been touched. It is painted by liquid dimension imaging again. The same process. This is a JT Spectra mask visor. Paint naturally is not meant to flex all that much, but yet I can take this visor and flex it over all the way with minimal show in the paint. Again, there is flex. There is a bit of spider web going on at the very utmost extreme, but it is paint. Paint is not designed to flex. If you try this with a normal paint job, you will lose the paint off the mask, basically. The paint will flake. Let me see if I can squeeze it a little harder. Give it more of a crease. The paint will flake off at this point. So go ahead and paint it with a spray job, rattle can, whatever you want to call it. But you are not going to be able to flex it this much with a normal paint job. The mask itself bounces back, as well does the paint. Now obviously, the paint on the face mask has failed in extreme conditions. That paint job, hit by a paintball, traveling between 200 and 300 feet per second, will hold up just fine. Thank you.